G'day, how's it going? It's your mate, Failbait, coming at you with a Legends 101 video. So this is Legends 101 Beginner Tips, which is part 1 of 3 parts. This part will focus on gathering resources, the strengths of the different attributes, and the decks they are commonly found in at the start of 2018, with us finishing with some basic decks to use to farm resources against the AI, and maybe even the lower ranks of ladder. Part 2 will be a crafting guide for beginners, while Part 3 will focus on the pre-made theme decks you can buy in store for 500 gold. But we'll start with the way to gather resources. So doing the initial tutorial story mode is a way to give you golden cards. But once that is finished, you will have 2 key ways to earn gold and souls in the game. To earn souls, you will play in versus battle against the computer, and I would recommend playing against the Adept for 10 souls or Expert for 15 souls, with a maximum of 300 souls earned a day, and you use these souls to craft cards. To earn gold, however, you will play in either casual or ranked mode, and after winning any 3 games will earn anywhere between 15 and 50 gold as well as a random card. And you can use your gold to buy packs or decks in the store. But to do this, you will need decks to start with, so let's discuss some of the colors or attributes and their strengths, as well as the decks you can use them in. I'll start by focusing on the faster deck attributes, which I think are red, blue and yellow, to help facilitate your early game grind, then move on to the final 2 attributes, green and purple. So there are 5 colors and each of them are viable for all new players. What it comes down to choosing is your preference and your playstyle. So if you prefer aggressive decks, then red is the choice for you, because red is the strength attribute, and it's an aggressive deck type that can assist your early grinding. This color operates using strength-based minions who hit hard and fast, such as orcs, and then giving your minions weapons to make them stronger. It operates effectively on ladder because of how fast it is, but it also works against the AI with warrior decks which use the purple color. It also complements your blue collection in the battle mage class, which revolves around prophecies. Now speaking of blue, that's the next class, which is intelligence. And it is a good color for a variety of reasons. The first of them being that you can build a strong and fast aggressive deck, or the second, you can build a tempo-oriented mid-range deck. As I said earlier, it revolves around prophecies and dealing damage to not only the minions but to your enemy leader, which, getting started, can help you farm AI because it plays fast games, or you can develop a more combo mid-range oriented deck to take you further on the ladder. Some of the top decks here use blue in Tempo Sorcerer, or as I said, the red Battle Mage decks. And lastly, one of the more powerful ones, Mage decks, which combo with the yellow color. So yellow is willpower, and is a token-oriented deck that allows you to swarm your opponent by going wide. These are effective because they can play a wide variety of styles, from aggressive to defensive. They can be used alongside green to control the board, and it couples well with the mid-range mage decks using blue to have a wide variety of answers and threats. But its best strength can be found in the Crusader token decks, using red to build an overwhelming board of aggressive attackers, and is commonly found at higher ladder ranks. The next color we have is green, which is agile, and it is a deck that makes best use of agile minions, meaning they can change lanes, pilfer for hand advantage, and manipulate stats. This is a good color for those who like combo-oriented decks built around drawing cards and using the lethal keyword. So the main decks found here are assassin and token decks as well with yellow, and is a popular color among many ladder players, particularly due to its abundance of cards with the lethal keyword, allowing for easy removal in decks such as Archer, which combos with red. The last color we have is purple or endurance, and it's a deck that is built around gaining magicka or ramping, and playing big minions before your opponent has a way to deal with it. This is a good deck for people interested in either aggressive decks or ramp decks, and is commonly found in warrior decks which use red, or scout ramp decks, both of which are quite popular on the ladder. So those are your decks, and if you're looking to build a deck now to farm against the AI or play against the AI really quickly and earn as many souls as possible, let's take a look at some of the decks that are best to do it. I would recommend, as I said, faster decks, so red or blue, that allow you to facilitate that really quick gameplay. So defeating the practice AI is an efficient but time-consuming way of earning souls. And remember, you have a daily maximum of 300. So as such, you want to do this as quickly as possible. The first deck we have here is a warrior deck, so fill your deck with deck charges and buffs and go face faster than the AI. Filling your deck with red strength cards under 4 or 5 magicka can be useful. The next one we have is the blue-red Prophecy Battle Mage, and since the AI will hit face often, you can use that to build up strong boards and then finish them off with Lightning Bolts or the Crushing Blow, which have great reach and can deal damage anywhere. Just make sure to not let their board get too out of control. And lastly, we have a Werewolf Warrior deck. So it's not necessarily a deck I would recommend taking deep into the ladder, but is quite useful for AI farming, and it's based around the Ayla pre-made deck. So if you happen to have that and you want to get more souls, the Ayla Werewolf deck is quite useful. But speaking of pre-made decks, that'll be part 3 of our beginner tips videos, and if you're waiting for part 2, then don't worry, that is about crafting cards. So if you see any cards in these lists that you don't have, stay tuned, that's coming in part 2. Until next time, hope this has helped. See you later.